Hello, everyone. It's Father Casey, the pastor of Epiphanychurch.church, and welcome once again to the Fourth Magi, our YouTube channel. Do you have your priorities straight? I wonder if you have your priorities straight, or you have your priorities straight. And that's really what Jesus is talking about in the gospel this week, because he says something that's really dramatic. The Christian faith is about family, isn't it? Isn't it saying that, our family is important and that, we should love our mother and father and we should honor them, and it's part of the 10 Commandments? And Jesus says, if you love your mother and father more than me, you shouldn't follow me. If you don't love, me more than anything, your wife, your children, then you cannot be my follower. It's a really drastic thing that Jesus says. And so the Christian has to sit in the pew, and you might do this yourself, and say, wow, I thought I was supposed to love my wife and child. Yes, Jesus is saying you love your wife, you love your children, you love your spouse. I shouldn't say wife, I'm thinking it's a man. You love your spouse, you love your children, you love your grandchildren, your family, you love your community, and you love your neighbor. But Jesus is saying, have your priorities straight. Know what is the most important thing. Are the first things first in your life? Have you ever gone to the hospital for something that needed to be attended to, like, you needed stitches, or you broke your finger, or you broke your toe or something, you sprained your ankle, and you sat in that emergency room forever? Why? If you're in a city like Philadelphia, like I am, well, you sit forever in the emergency room. Why? Because there's a thing called triage. And triage means that those who are most serious go first. They get pumped to the front of the line. So if you have a sprained ankle and people with gunshot wounds are coming into the emergency room, well, they're going to be attended to first. And that makes sense, right? So Jesus is saying to you and to me, we need to triage our spiritual life. We need to have the most important things being most important. And that's our relationship with God and with Jesus. Because if we don't have a good relationship with God, if we don't have a relationship with Jesus, then we have nothing. It doesn't matter about our relationship with our wife, our children, our spouse, because we don't have the first things first. We don't have what's most important as most important. Because if we have the most important thing first and foremost in our life, then everything else falls into place. So this week, take a look and see, where are your priorities? Are the first things first in your life? Or the first things like second, third, or seventh? Have you triaged properly? First and foremost, where is our relationship with God and Jesus? Our prayer, our relationship to the sacraments, to Mass, to reconciliation? Or is there something that's off to the side? Or is it something that we make sure we make first in our life every week? God bless and good luck.